Welcome to the Dastardly Dingoes podcast, the show about all things nerdy. We talk about nerd news, movies, TV shows, games, comics, and Christmas. On this special holiday episode, I'm Brian.
I'm Jeremy.
And brace yourselves, because we're about to get holly jolly nerdy. Guys, I'm so excited about this specific episode because we have brought back some of our guests that we enjoyed and loved having on the show. And we're going to talk about some unconventional Christmas movies as well as some fun holiday traditions. And we're going to talk about whatever you guys bring up in the chat. So, Jeremy, if you would be so kind, sir, as to bring in our first guest, the amazingly talented Chad Nuss. Next, we have the fantabulous Stephanie Menard.
Hi.
Hello, madam. Yes. And next, we have the indubitably illustrious Andrew Morris.
Woo.
Woo! And finally, last but not least, we have the king of fezzes himself, Brian K. Morris.
Oh, hi.
How is everybody doing?
Doing well.
Amazing.
Awesome. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. So let's start off with a little. We've had you all on the show before, and we're so happy to have you all back. So just as a little icebreaker, go through. We're going to go through the list, and starting with start with Andrew Morris. Talk about one of the most fun Christmas traditions that you had or have that make your life just shine during the holiday season.
Yeah, okay. Well, for people who know me, this one might be surprising, but it involves a church.
All right.
Really?
I'm non-religious, so that's why the church is surprising. I have a longtime friend, Michael Bolden. I believe you know him as well, Brian.
Yeah.
He was my choir teacher at Butler. One of the reasons I went into education. They host. He's part of a Methodist church, United Methodist, here in Louisville, Kentucky, and they host probably one of the best holiday concerts that I've ever been to. It's probably 150 person choir, a full orchestra, full handbell choir, and a full floor to ceiling, about 45 feet tall, probably if I had to guess, pipe organ. And it is just amazing. As a choir kid, just absolutely love those choral songs and things of that nature at the holiday season. And it's just amazing and free.
You know, pipe organs don't get enough love.
Yeah, no doubt.
True.
Pipe organ's
It's just
amazing.
amazing going in a live setting and hearing somebody who can play. When I worked at the Southern Seminary, and there was a guy, he was the organist. Like, that was his whole job. And so anytime there was a special like graduation or something like that, he would, for one whole week, practice like 4 songs. And it was like right next, I was on my office was on the second floor, right next to the pipe organ, just hearing the same 4 songs for 5 days straight. And I mean, it was cool for like a day, maybe, but at the end of it, I'm just like, I can't. Yeah, I just wanted to cancel everything, just burn the whole building down.
So you felt how retailers feel about Mariah Carey at Christmas time.
Yep.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just a quick poll, who here did work or has or does work retail at any point in their life during Christmas? Yes. Chad, are you the only one that didn't?
I worked restaurants. I don't know if that counts.
That
But
counts. That counts.
I
You
feel like
haunted by Christmas music.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely is hellacious to work at a restaurant during Christmas. So, yeah.
Oh man. Well, Chad, tell us. You're next, buddy. What is one of your favorite holiday traditions?
Our family's a bit boring, I guess, because the biggest thing that we like to do is when we put up the like the tree and the decorations, we'll watch. There's an array of movies we like to watch. Everything from Elf to the Polar Express, to Home Alone, and every year that's what we look forward to, is getting together as a family and just hanging out, watching movies, and putting decorations up. It's not that exciting, but that's our main tradition.
Hey man, that's exciting for you guys. We do something similar. I have an entire list of movies that we watch just on Christmas Eve. Because it's,
so what's the list?
Oh gosh. So we have Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh,
Okay.
The original cartoon version of The Grinch. And then let's see. We close the evening with George C. Scott's Christmas Carol. And then sometimes we'll throw in we always do Elf as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll sometimes throw in It's a Wonderful Life.
Nice.
So, yeah, if we already haven't watched that. So that's the lineup there.
Yeah.
But my favorite holiday tradition started, I don't know, about 10 years ago, where my sister and brother-in-law and now me and my wife, the four of us will do white elephant gifts. So they're just boat gifts, right? So we try to do like the most outrageous, stupid thing and give it to each other. Like one year, it's super random. Like they gave us just I'm pretty sure it's haunted. It's like this old man Festivus that looks like he's gonna possess you and take you to hell. And instead of like hiding it away in the attic or the garage like a sane person, we just put him up right next to the tree every year.
As you should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Red.
Yeah, right. Like that's great. And this year, well, never mind. I was about to give it away, but my sister might be watching, so never mind. Stay tuned, folks, to find out. Film at 11.
Do you put a spotlight underneath so the light is shining up in his face, so it has all the creepy shadows and
There you
everything?
go.
Oh yeah, and then like play the Conjuring theme song behind it. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, Stephanie, you're up. What is your favorite holiday tradition?
I mean, other than just being with my family, like getting to hang out with my mom all day and like cook. My mom's she's Sicilian and she's a fantastic cook. Like I grew up eating so well. I'm surprised I'm not 500 pounds. Delicious. Other than, like cooking with my mom, we do the old German thing where you hide the pickle in the Christmas tree. And then whoever finds the pickle ornament, they get to open like the first present. And it's so stupid, but it's so fun to see grown ass adults being like, I'm going to find that pickle, We've all got like a beer in our hand while we're doing it on Christmas Day. We're just like, it's so stupid, but so fun.
Oh, that's great, man. Oh, that's fantastic.
I've never heard.
You've never heard of the hide the pickle?
I've not heard of that either. No.
Oh, yeah. It's
interesting.
It's just an old. I don't know why they did it, but they did it, and
I mean, it sounds like a blast. I've just never heard it before.
I thought you were saying it was a real pickle, and at first I thought, oh, that might get. How early in the season
You're right.
I've heard of that, but this is the wrong show for the version I've heard.
Yep, I was trying to keep those thoughts to myself, but Brian, here we are.
Ryan
just no filter. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why they asked me on here.
Oh, Brian, all right. What's your favorite holiday tradition, Sarah? What do you and Cookie do?
Well,
Family friendly.
Night, everyone.
I don't want to put you in jail.
She bails me out every year. What more can I ask? Every year, what we like to do is drive around. Just the two of us. Because we don't have any kids or pets or anything, and so we drive around in the car and look for holiday lights.
Yeah.
We just find that incredible, and the creativity that some people have in decorating their property in the holiday spirit. We do the same thing at Halloween too, but we just like driving around and looking at the various lights. Now, as far as the holiday itself, my wife comes from a fairly large family. I used to have fairly large family gatherings, and so the two of us basically board the doors shut. and refuse, and we take the batteries out of our phones.
Yeah.
We are just like the antithesis of Christmas cheer then. Now we do watch things like, It's a Wonderful Life, and other fine Christmas fare like The Long Kiss Goodnight. That's
Yes.
nothing says Christmas like Samuel L. Jackson.
Gina Davis is an angel. Okay.
Hey, I'm
angel
on that one. Totally 100%. I've been in love with her since Buffalo Bill, the sitcom.
Ooh.
Long time stalking that gal. But anyway, but no, we watch a few Christmas related things, and we do watch Muppets and more traditional things as well. But we're pretty much the antithesis of Christmas cheer sometimes. But we do like cooking. We like preparing stuff. Although some years it's the classic turkey and ham. Some years it's like this year we're probably going to get like some baby back ribs or something. And slow cook those babies.
So, am I invited then? Because I know
come on down, Stephanie.
Okay,
we'll lower the barricades for you.
I was going to say, I can just bring, pull the nails out of the boards to get in there if I have to. So
that'll work. The hammer will be under the mat.
Okay, perfect.
Nobody will know it but us. Yeah, no problem. You're invited. So that's pretty much untraditional at our house. So.
She'll bring her pickle from the Christmas tree.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Good girl.
Oh boy! All right, Jeremy, close us out on this topic before we jump into the unconventional Christmas movies.
Yeah. So I come from a huge family. I've got about 60 to 80 relatives that live within a half an hour.
Wow.
And so Christmas, like every year we like rent out a church's like gathering hall or whatever, and everybody just brings food, and we hang out for 4 or 6 hours, something like that. And sometimes there are some people that'll like come late and leave early, like they're just kind of like stopping by or whatever. But it's great. It makes me feel like it's Christmas time. My grandparents are both 96 years old. And last year they were there. So it's great. Yeah. I love talking to them, getting a chance to like sit down and talk with them. It's crazy to think about this, but my grandparents were alive in the 1937 flood that just like wiped out Louisville and, up into Cincinnati and Florence and things like that. She told me that they activated the Boy Scouts to go in like little rowboats to save people that were stranded and things like that. Like just insane. The whole government ended up moving to the seminary because it's up on the hill in the Highlands, right? But yeah, everything was just wiped out. And so to be able to talk to somebody that was there when that happened, it's great, and it's just one of a million stories that I have from either my grandparents or aunts and uncles, things like that. So yeah, that's Christmas. And it sucks that we're not going to be able to do that, especially with my grandparents being so vulnerable and things like that. But I look forward to next year. Hopefully we can get together like we do. So
yeah, well, that's pretty awesome, dude. That's actually really special.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I will go first on this one, and I'm going to throw it out. And I'm not going to throw out the one that everybody likes to throw out because I'm sure somebody else will. I'm going to throw out my favorite unconventional Christmas movie is Batman Returns. Which isn't a huge shocker to those who know me because everything comes back to Batman. But I mean, it's one of those things. Hold on. What?
The first one.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, that was great. The inaugural Batman Jeremy twirling.
Yeah.
I think that should be the official title. Oh man, no,
I'll
but
make
like,
one next time it spins out with you on it with your Batman hat on. So.
oh yeah, there we go. But like, it is for me, like Batman Returns, not only does it take place at Christmas time, but what Tim Burton did with Gotham City was solidify what I think forever Gotham City should look like. And that is that Gothic, statuesque, beautiful, it is a character already from the first Tim Burton Batman film, but then you threw a blanket of snow on there, and that's Gotham City. And so, that to me is what makes that movie so special to me, because it then, rocketed into Batman the Animated Series, which is my favorite TV show of all time. And yeah, but it takes place at Christmas time, and there's a big debate going on right now, apparently, where people are like, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, Batman Returns is not a Christmas movie. Like, au contraire, there's Christmas music, there's lines all about Christmas, there's Christmas trees, there's snow. It's a Christmas movie, period.
Yeah.
So that is mine.
All right.
Well, I'll just jump in, and I'm going to say this, and I'm pretty sure, like, I feel like this group is going to agree with me on this one. The Ref. The Ref is a Christmas movie.
So good.
Yeah.
Ref. I don't think I've seen that.
I've not seen that one either.
Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary's hilarious.
Oh my
Dennis
gosh.
Leary. Wow. All right.
Whoa.
Kevin
yeah.
Spacey. It's money.
It's great. It's obviously supposed to be a comedy, but it's set during Christmas, and for me, it's hilarious, but it's definitely a Christmas movie. It's one of those ones that I definitely feel like watching around Christmas time, because that's what it reminds me of. So
yeah, that'll go on the list for sure.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to check it out. Dennis Leary, hilarious as always.
Very nice. All right. All right. Go ahead. High five.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Chad, since you made fun of me, you get to go next.
Oh, that's horrible. I was hoping to go last because I was looking over at Amazon Prime for movies. you guys are picking ones that
movies.
Look, I'm just
go with your heart.
Here's this one I'm going to say. My favorite one to watch is Polar Express. That's not unconventional. But I will say, on the unconventional side, we have a debate in our family, and we haven't watched this in a while, so we probably ought to watch it to answer the question. But is A Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Both.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's both.
For sure.
We're divided in our family about that. So that was my unconventional contribution to this conversation, because the only one I could think of was the obvious ones like Die Hard and Batman, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Polar Express. That's the one we love to watch every year. And it's our favorite Christmas movie. And like I said, the debate we have in our family. So that's my addition to this conversation. So.
Very nice. No, yeah, I actually. So how heated does this debate get? Like, do you have
not very
actual reasons, or is it like, no, it's not a Christmas movie?
Well, it's one of those when we do this.
His wife hits him whenever.
Yeah.
That blood.
You shut up.
Your little twirly thing happens in my head every time she hits me. But no, it's one of those things where when at Halloween we pick movies and we'll watch Halloween-based movies, and we see a Nightmare Before Christmas, and we end up not watching it because we're like, oh, we'll watch it at Christmas. Then we get to Christmas and we watch all these movies. We don't watch Nightmare Before Christmas because we're like, it's a Halloween movie, so we haven't really seen it, and so we go back and forth. And we've seen it, but we just haven't watched it in probably a couple of years now. But we're kind of divided. We do the same thing. We're like, I think it could be this, could be that, and So
here I'm gonna solve the problem for you, right?
Okay.
This is what Robin and I do. It is the last movie that we watch on Halloween. So that way you've got the Halloween going into Christmas.
I like that.
So that's how we treat that movie.
Okay.
And then if I want to watch it during Christmas, I do anyway, because it can be both. But,
Yeah.
But that's how we handle it.
That's perfect.
There you go. Just
Yeah,
make it
thank you.
that last one on the list.
You have brought peace to our family, Brian.
It's what I do. Look at me. I'm a peace bringer. Come on.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh man. All right. I've actually been wanting to hear this one because I feel like I may know what it is. Andrew Morris, what you got for me?
Yeah, it's Gremlins. I don't care
Yes,
about being.
that's
I don't care
exactly
about it
what I was
being
thinking.
obscure. I mean, Joe Dante just made a perfect movie with that. And of course, who didn't love Gizmo? And I saw a wonderful meme the other day that said, "You guys are over here loving Grogu, and meanwhile, he's just a Gizmo without a beard."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit!" You put them side by side; they do look the same.
Yep.
And but yeah, dude. I mean, no reason to complicate it. Movie's perfect.
Yeah, and that movie was supposed to be so much darker than it actually ended up being, right?
Yeah. Well, the scene in the movie theater, if when you see all of them throwing the popcorn and just really wreaking havoc on the theater, I mean, they've murdered people. You know, that's the thing, that like everybody in the theater is dead. They killed them.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Merry
but
Christmas.
they put this. Yeah, Merry Christmas. But meanwhile, then you bring in Gizmo, and Gizmo's all like, and you're like, oh, it's cute. Murder's cute. Oh my god. So that beautiful juxtaposition's why I like that movie. I'm like, this movie's like, y'all are not paying attention. They did, y'all. Like,
Yeah. Well, like I know, like originally, because there have been articles released the last few years about just how dark this movie was supposed to be. Like, there's a scene in the movie where the Gremlins have Billy, the main character, his dog strung up on Christmas lights. The dog is alive. The dog is fine. The dog was supposed to be dead in the original script, and they were supposed to have hanged the dog from the balcony. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm one of those people that if you hurt the pet in the movie, you're dead to me. Right?
Yes,
like,
I am now one of those people.
that's Judd has feelings. One of us.
That was actually how I brought my wife into watching John Wick. Like, she doesn't like those like fight kung fu action movies. And I was like, there's a thing in it that's going to bring you in. The dog, we watched it, and she's like, "This is okay." And then they killed the dog, and she's like, "Kill them all, John." It's like, I told you, you're in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, and like, that's the thing, because one of my favorite, I'm torn because one of my favorite, all-time favorite horror movies is Halloween, the original Halloween, and Michael Myers just straight up kills that German Shepherd. And I forget every time because my subconscious blocks it out because it's too much. And every time I'm like, no, he didn't do anything to you. Stop it. and it's sad because and actually this is a problem, right? Like in the sequel, the 2018 sequel, there's a scene where Michael kills somebody and you hear a baby crying in the back room, and he's like walking around the house. I felt worse about the dog dying than I did about the fact that he potentially could kill this baby, which he doesn't kill the baby.
Right.
So he draws the line at babies, apparently.
Yeah. Right. The dogs, sorry, that's happening.
And that, absolutely. But no, yeah. So that was supposed to happen in Gremlins. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, wasn't Billy's mom supposed to also be dead? The kitchen scene in Gremlins, they were supposed to kill her.
Yeah, there's
the garbage disposal. Right? Isn't that in there? Am I thinking about a different movie?
No, you're right. I think I think she was supposed to get caught in the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Avengers like remake right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, and close second, Human Centipede. That's my second hot take.
Oh, I can't.
There's snow in it.
You know,
there's snow.
I love horror movies, but I won't watch that movie.
Yeah, I can't handle that.
I don't like basically torture porn, and that is what it seems like to me. And maybe someday I'll just be adventurous and watch it, but the premise sounds really disgusting. And like, why would I want? Like, there's no art in that. You know, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You've enjoyed the Human Centipede. That's great.
Yeah.
But there's like sequels. I don't
I
understand.
know.
Like
Like, what
three
else?
of them?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
Where else
you
do
know,
you
of
go?
course you
I
have.
don't know. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, another one. Okay, I
I watched
gotta
a
go.
Serbian film too, so you know.
Okay, I've seen that though, but
Oh, that's Human Centipede is nothing. That's Sesame Street compared to a Serbian film.
Really?
Serbian film is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I didn't really like that movie though.
No, you're not meant to.
Yeah, no, I didn't really like it. It left me feeling icky.
And guess what? They're releasing an uncut version, which you're like, what did they cut?
Right.
So, like, I don't
what-
even know
no.
what you're talking about, and I don't want to know what you're talking about all at the same time.
You
Like,
don't.
I like
I don't want to
unicorns
know.
and
Ask-
balloons,
I have
rainbows,
that's right. Chad
Let's
likes
talk about the
kittens
movie
now.
Elf.
and
Right.
kittens.
It's the 2020 edition, basically. Yeah.
2020 edition.
We have gone off the rails.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll get
I
to
mean,
Brian. Go ahead, Brian.
That's what we do. Yeah, Brian, go ahead, buddy. What's your favorite unconventional?
Well, actually, I already told you what that was. The Long Kiss Goodnight. But what we'd like to do is kind of an unconventional reaction to a pair of classic, neo-classics, I guess you could call the first two Home Alones.
Oh,
yeah.
Now, here's our reaction, though. We read an article right after the second movie came out. I think it was in Entertainment Weekly, where they rated all of the things that Kevin McAllister did to the Sticky later, the Wet Bandits and all,
yeah.
and figured up the medical cost of treating what happened to them. At the time, considerably, they stopped at $3,000 because that was the price of a decent funeral. And so we're watching this thing going, yeah, paint cans, filled paint cans to the head, that's $3,000 right there.
Oh,
Right.
So we're like rating the injuries as they go along. And it doesn't help that I studied to be a pathologist at one time.
Right.
And so I can get into detail what has gone wrong with these poor guys' bodies,
Oh,
man. PTSD is the best thing that could have happened to them.
Right.
Like, not just like the first movie alone would have done enough damage, right?
Yeah.
The second movie, I mean,
Is worse.
good
Yeah.
grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way these guys could have survived the first 5 minutes of their prank sequence. Like the
Well, an
bricks from the
8-year-old
rooftop.
terrorist is what it is.
Yeah,
That
dead.
kid should be in a
Dead.
federal prison somewhere. 30 days in the electric chair. That kid should be dancing on a lightning bolt or something, because he's just a living terror. The world would be better off without him.
Oh gosh.
He chucked a brick off of a 4-story building.
Story building,
Yeah.
to the face.
square on the middle of the
He's
guy's
dead.
head.
multiple
You are
times.
dead.
It should have stopped at his ankles, is what should have happened.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, I love there's a meme out there that I love. It's who would win with equal amounts of prep time, Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone or Batman. And honestly, I just don't know.
Yeah.
Did you
Batman would be
see-
up there driving up in the Batmobile going, "Not me, pal. Robin, you take it. It's yours."
They actually created a dark version of that with Macaulay Culkin.
Yes.
He was it was like Saw-esque. Like he had the
Yeah.
dude like tied up in his garage and was like torturing the guy.
I saw that.
Pretty great.
They'll be playing this year in the Morris household while the chestnuts are roasting on the open fire, and everyone's thinking of like nice things.
Yeah.
We'll be
There's
going,
like a
$3 grand.
conspiracy theory like going around that Macaulay Culkin is the guy from Saw. Or like
Oh yeah.
Kevin McAllister, I mean,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
the guy from
Yeah.
Saw. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the guy from Saw is too restrained. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Kevin McAllister would have been, you want to play a game? Unfortunately, he's asking that 5 minutes into the whatever he's got planned for the people. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you. Would you like to play a game? So, blink twice if it's no, once if it's yes.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Stephanie, lay it on us. What you got?
I
She
already
did
went.
hers.
Oh, you already went?
It went.
It's Jeremy.
Jeremy, my bad.
It-
Who's
it-
drinking
I don't know what
here?
I'm doing.
The
Stephanie
board
or Brian?
is weird. I mean, I'm drinking, but I knew
I could
that.
tell them apart, Brian.
That is perfect use.
That's awesome.
Point.
Well, so I'm not going to be as as clever as you guys. I'm just going to say Die Hard is an unconventional Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Also,
Great.
I will say I put Jingle All the Way in like top 5 Christmas movies of all time.
So good.
That may be
So good.
unconventional.
Yep.
But it's incredible. I love the movie. I will watch it start to finish every time it's on. It's just so good. Darth Vader's in it, for crying out loud. You know?
Yep.
So,
Wait,
yeah.
Darth Vader's in it.
Yeah. The little boy is Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, that's
is
right.
Darth Vader.
Sorry, my bad. My mind went to James Earl Jones, and I'm like, he's not
Right.
in that movie.
Well, that's Sinbad.
And we left out the Star Wars Holiday Special. What says Christmas like Jefferson Starship and B. Arthur among the rebellion?
Oh man.
Drunk Harrison Ford the entire time.
Who
That's
could blame him?
it's the movie we all try to forget.
You know, I have personally celebrated Life Day by watching that movie with friends. I mean, we were definitely drinking while we were doing it because it's so bad. If you're going to watch it, like you have to have at least a shot or two to like get through it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, everybody always dogs on it. I enjoy it because it's so bad.
Yeah.
You know? Eh.
Yeah.
It's like the
There are
Troll
movies like
2
that.
of Christmas movies.
Yeah. I'm going to watch Troll 2. It is terrible, but I'm going to watch it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think an honorable mention of unconventional Christmas movies, and there's so many. But
Wait,
like,
wait,
I
wait.
think- what?
Wait. This is a
All right.
holiday thing. We should all do a drum roll, just like in National Lampoons, right before you say this.
Oh, okay,
Drum roll.
do it. Krampus.
Oh, yes.
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
Beauty.
I absolutely love that movie, and I mean, it reminds me so much of Gremlins. You know,
Yeah.
because
Same
it's that
cheese.
dark humor a little
Yeah.
bit, but at the same time, it is still super creepy. That Krampus literally just kills an entire family and puts them in his little snow globe. Which is always a fun feel good.
Like that's
know.
what he does though. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. He did his job. You know?
He's living
met
his
his
best
quota.
life now.
He is.
Exactly.
Leave Krampus alone.
I like unicorns, rainbows, and kittens. My Christmas movie.
So on the show.
Oh man, yeah, that's right. But off camera, folks, we discovered that Chad has feelings now.
I do.
Yeah.
Because he bought you recently. Tell the folks you recently bought a kitten, correct?
Yeah, a little black cat. Does that count for horror? Like, yes.
I mean, sure. Yeah.
No. Yes, we got a little black kitten who is absolutely adorable and is amazing, and I love her. Yeah.
What's her name?
Gigi, which was her name.
Gigi.
Her name in the at the Humane Society, and we thought about changing it, but we just loved it. It was so cute, and the kitten was so cute, so we just kept it. So yeah, Gigi.
Yeah.
No, that's
her name.
perfect.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Let's hope the
I-
cat's not
you
like
know-
Gigi Allen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's hope the cat's not anything like Gigi Allen. That's gonna be a fun household.
I have no idea who that is. So
Google it.
Use the Googles.
Yes. Or don't. That's fine too.
Yeah. I'll Google that while watching Saw and the Human Centipede. How about that?
Oh,
Oh my
man,
god!
there
Yes,
you go.
yes. You'll hit the
That is a
trifecta
shock
of
to the,
depravity.
nervous
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
And then never sleep again.
Hey,
Or
why don't we,
you'll sleep really good.
Yeah.
Right.
look at some of the.
What, Jeremy?
Why don't we look at? Sorry. Why don't we look at some of the comments? I think we got like 60 right now.
Oh,
Oh, my
sweet.
God.
Come on, man.
Like my show.
I left
Well,
you to the host. I was just here. Oh my god, Drew smells bad. Thanks.
Hey Ted.
Hey.
What up,
Here.
baby?
Hey, Carl. My peeps are
Sorry,
out.
you guys.
I was
that we
gonna say, I
started
think
late.
your peeps showed up.
Yeah.
Causing trouble. I'm proud of them.
Nevermorians.
That's right.
Oh man.
Look,
So
look at them all loving each other in the
look
comments.
at it.
Yeah.
Look at all the
Adorable.
love.
Hello, Jeff Hayes. Hello, Mr. Hayes. Sorry, you guys have to respond because it's hard for me to look at the list and also read it.
That's
Carl
fine.
asked if we
They
need
need
some
some
help.
help, Ted, says Carl Witzman. I got practice in the stand back, people. Oh, no, they got it, I think, says Ted Davies Artistry. Catch him on YouTube and on
Thank
Facebook.
you, Brian.
Carl Witzman is like me. Too soon? Never, Carl. I'm sorry, it
need-
feels like Wednesday morning all over
I was
again.
going to say, I'm just going to let you take over, buddy. That's great.
I
Yeah.
tend to do it anyway. Carlene says, "Hey Jeff, they're ignoring us. They're loving each other." Ooh, showtime, says Jeff.
Okay.
Hey. Wow. And Robin Rodman, glad to have you with us. We up
That
in here.
is my
Let's
wife.
go. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. And yay, says Carl Witzman. And ZZ Top says Christian Basil. Whatever it is, Christian, shut up. Anyway, Robin is busting out the beard ornaments. Well, finally.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
I'm dead.
Oh,
Oh,
the ornaments.
man.
I thought you like braided and put like actual beads on your beard.
No.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize that,
That
they
is-
were an ornament.
That is way
That's-
too much time. Now, here, let me
Yeah.
get it's a close up here. Check that out.
He's going to go like Bluebeard and
so
set him on
good.
fire.
Yeah, there it is.
And beard balls. And
Yeah.
this is the fact show. This is the
All right.
show guy. And arise, Morris Monster. Glad you noticed. Grant Lankard, good to see you. There's a whole bunch of facial hair. Where?
Rude.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Oh
Rude.
man, how are you just gonna say that about somebody? Jeez.
God.
I mean, your head
Really?
is part of your face.
I know.
And-
See, fantastic group.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Robin, thank you for saying so.
Wow, your
And
wife is a
Christian
Ford
Basil,
character.
Rand, Brian compensates. I'm not going into that.
For
And
what?
Mrs.
Okay.
Joel, hashtag under the sheets. And that's
Oh.
the nice show. Wait, says Christian Basil, you know God. No, I'm not reading the rest of
God.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, good.
I'm
Come
going
on,
to
Christian.
read ahead.
Yeah.
And it's because of people like Christian Basil. Robin, funny Robin,
Sorry.
says Carl Witzman. And next,
Is-
Christian Basil. Hi. No, we're not reading that one
Yeah,
either, Christian. Like your Christian, I didn't know about it. Some of these things you're saying had a double meaning. Oh no. For Fend. And okay, Christian has a
Here we
list
go.
here.
Oh, here we
Blackadder's
go.
Christmas, Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, A Christmas Story, Christmas
There it
is.
Vacation, and Doctor
I can't
Who A
believe that
Christmas
didn't come
Carol.
up.
Thank you, young man. Remember Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, become part of the legend. And
Yes.
and thank you. And that's
Sorry.
we're moving on.
Oh. Oh.
Christian Basil, report to HR. Christian
Yes.
Basil, report to HR. Christmas, you're going to get us demonetized and demonized. How much? Wait, how much? Next.
Yeah. Maybe do it again.
Wow, thank you. The voice of Sandy. Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello,
Sarah.
Dingoes.
Hey.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Christian. And Batman Returns technically is a Christmas movie. Thank you, Christian Basil.
It is,
Thank you for saying
indeed.
something I can't repeat. And nice
Yeah.
costume, Brian Rodman. That's not a costume, that's a uniform.
It is.
Oh,
This
right.
is what I wear every day.
Exactly. And love to Christian. And Sarah, hope you're feeling better.
Wow.
Better, my mistress. She is the mistress of the Dark Church of the Rising
Right.
Tide.
So, okay,
Explain
time
that.
out really quick, Brian. So there is. So tell us about the Church of the Rising Tide, won't you?
Okay, first off, it wasn't my idea. Secondly, no, it's the creation of Carl Witzman. It is the Dark Church of the Rising Tide, based on my philosophy that I espouse about rising tide raising all ships. Now, this is openly conducted as a tax dodge. Okay, we are
Okay.
upfront about. We're not like those fake religions that lead you in with promises of
Yeah.
salvation. No, we're talking write-offs.
But
Okay.
I like that honesty. I
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
Yeah, we're going to heaven because we're the only honest one out there.
There you
Um,
go.
The Carl Witzman is our Dark Pope.
Okay.
Sarah is the Dark Mistress. Donna Carlene is the Dark Misses. And Christian Basil is our altar boy, BOI.
Oh.
Don't want to
Yeah.
hear about the penance he has to
And-
do at confession. It's
I was gonna say I feel kind of bad for him.
That
He's
makes
a
me uncomfortable.
BOI.
I think he actually didn't he volunteer for that?
he's the one that came up with it. So
Yeah.
Well,
he
okay, well,
volunteered.
if he wants to be the boy,
Yeah.
then
He does with a
There's- I mean,
frightening regularity.
There
Yes.
is a reason why we gave him why there's a hashtag called 50 Shades of Christian. So there is a reason. Yes.
Yeah, and you notice how quickly "Shut Up, Christian" escapes from me.
Stop.
We have rehearsed, and when I'm telling someone to shut up, if you've ever seen like 2 minutes of my shows, good God! Which, by the way, never mind the furthermore, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern, and also and Chad. Chad. Tuesday nights, be sure to watch the one with the Dastardly Dingoes. It's funny. They have beards. Anyway, been doing a lot of sleeping, says Sarah. Sarah missed the show this morning, slept through it, then watched it later. Thank you, Sarah. God bless you and all the sail within you. Elf is my favorite, says Sarah, because it never makes me stop laughing. Laughter is the best.
Indeed.
So we have 2 Bryans and 2 Morrises on the show this evening.
That is correct.
Yeah, it's the Dastardly Dingo podcast with now more Brian and more Morris.
I
love it.
And I can hear the screams starting now. And Bad Santa is another fun, hilarious one. Thank you, Sarah. And
Indeed.
Christian Basil, they're not reading posts, so we can have some fun.
Oh,
No,
we didn't know we had it. Good,
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let me just.
You better. Go. Yeah, you better. And we just watched Bad Santa, says Grant Lankard. I hope you enjoyed it, sir. And next, and what torture porn is all I caught in that conversation. I don't know how your filters work, but what Christmas movie has torture porn again? And then Christian died.
Yeah.
And there's Travis. Drew. We love Drew.
There it is, buddy.
He's our favorite Drew on this panel.
Now, hey, Andrew. Now you started doing a skit show segment, correct? On your show.
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. Tell us.
Yeah,
about
it's actually going to be its own thing. So I realized that and I'm not shitting on anybody that's doing this currently, but I didn't see anything that was the comedy skit wise that was great. So I was like, I really want something like that to listen to, so I'm going to create it. Right now, I'm really excited. My buddy does a awesome Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation, and we came up with the fun idea of Macho Man doing normal jobs. So we did the first one last week. Macho Man worked at a fast food restaurant. So funny.
Yeah.
And then today we did Macho Man as a department store Santa. Also hilarious. We'll be part of the we're going to put out a special Christmas skit episode. I'm looking very forward to that. If any of you guys are familiar with Alex Jones, we're going to do Alex Jones uncovers the what's the word I'm looking for here? A conspiracy theory of Santa Claus.
Yes.
Listen here, Brian. I don't know if you're familiar with this Santa character, but the elves, it sounds awful like aliens. I think aliens are building the toys, and I'm here to uncover Scoop. And I don't know. I'm going to interrupt right now. If you need to buy some boner pills, I got them. No. They work really well. So that's just
it's so accurate.
Oh gosh,
you do that very well, almost too well.
Listen here, Brian. Don't start some conspiracy theory with me. As to I got InfoWar boxers. I'm wearing them right now.
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
I love it. It was great.
Chad,
it's killing me, dude.
Oh man! All right, we'll break. What else we got in the comments section?
I'm skipping over anything that says torture porn.
That's what it's come to. That's
probably a very good idea.
That's what it's come to.
Good night, everyone. That's all the comments we've got.
No beer sickles.
No beer sickles. I don't know. Yeah. Must show me one day. Looks like Stephanie's boozing it, so I'm not the only one. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I am drinking some wine. I wouldn't say I'm boozing it, but I am drinking some wine.
But this is her 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes. This is not the first. So there we go.
Yeah.
True.
Robin Rodman, cat with hard eyes and black heart.
That was probably to Gigi right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that you have feelings.
Right.
Yeah.
He was terrible and awful, and then all
well, we didn't actually tell the story about the feelings, right? You told it off there. So
Yeah.
where did you discover that you had feelings? Tell the cat.
So, yeah. So as everyone knows, as I already said, we got this little kitten, and before that, I really didn't have a heart, especially for animals. And I mean, I grew up like we had animals growing up, like we had pets and stuff, but none of them really caught my heart. But I noticed that I actually had feelings for animals when I was watching a TikTok video, and there was a cheetah in the wild by the edge of a lake, and the cheetah had his head down, and he was sipping the water, and he was kind of looking around, and I immediately thought of our little Gigi, and I was like, oh, that's so amazing creature and all that. And then all of a sudden, an alligator just hops out of the water before he can even move and latches onto his head and neck, pulls him into the water while the cat is like furiously trying to get away and turns him over and drowns him. And I almost cried because I was looking at this cat like, man, like I felt for the cheetah. I wanted the cheetah to get away. And I just thought of that Gigi like it was my own child.
Yes.
So yeah, so that at that moment I realized I was no longer a sociopath.
And his heart grew 3 sizes that day. It was
baby steps. And now I love unicorns and rainbows and kittens. So
there we go, man.
Go.
You're starting. You're sounding like the ingredients to the Powerpuff Girls now.
That's right.
Sweet. That's so sweet.
If you guys haven't watched it, Snoop Dogg did this thing called Animal Planet.
Yeah.
I've
Oh
seen
my
it.
gosh, it is
So good.
the best. His reaction to watching those videos is incredible.
Yeah.
If I'm ever having a bad day, I just pull one of those. Instant smile.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got in the comments? Whole bunch of facial hair.
Oh yeah. I
There it
was insulted because I thought that was about my shitty beard that I'm growing.
Yeah.
Remember, we told you your prosthetic beard is in the mail, Stephanie.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll get there eventually. Maybe in time for Christmas.
The holidays.
Oh, it's a Christmas miracle.
shipping.
Yay! Join the bearded ones.
Please do an unboxing video of that, please.
Yeah.
If a beard shows up here, I'm gonna.
Absolutely. Blackadder Christmas for the win, says Carl Witzman. Who said that? Was that Andrew? Was that you that said?
No, somebody in the comments had said that.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Christian.
Yeah. Back at it again.
Okay, so what's hilarious? Everybody, if you haven't watched the Christian Basil episode, that was this week's episode that aired on Monday. The very, very end, the last words of the show are Christian saying, "I'm not wearing any pants."
Oh yeah.
And it was probably
I leave it in.
Yeah, it was the best moment of the show for me because that is a beautiful picture of just who Christian is. Is a wonderful, wonderful, mischievous man who doesn't wear pants.
Well, and he can because like all you see is his face.
Yeah.
It's very dark whenever he's on camera, and so it's like this floating head. So yeah, I mean, he could not be wearing pants and everything would be fine. Like,
Yeah,
no one would know the
completely
difference.
I mean, technically, none
might
of us
not be
could be wearing pants. Nobody would know.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
Definitely
just
not.
saying.
Bill. Oh wait, we'll wait till later. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Don't stand up right now.
I've been hanging around Christian too long.
Indeed, yes. All right.
Okay.
What else we got?
I think we're caught up on comments.
Are we caught up?
Look
Cool.
at that.
Once we can read.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Lots of hiding of the pickle by Christian, I'm sure.
Yep.
Hashtag under the sheets.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's
Oh
see.
yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off. Hide. Now everybody's bigger.
Yay! All right, so we're gonna do just kind of to close the show. We're gonna do a flash question round. And actually, Jeremy, do you have your flashcards handy?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, before we get to that, I do want to ask one final question. What is the best or worst Christmas present that you have ever received? Brian, we'll start with you.
The best one I ever got. I was a huge fan of the TV show The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Okay,
Okay.
with Robert Vaughn and David McCallum. And one Christmas, my parents saved up and got me the Uncle gun, which was
Oh, wow.
a handgun, like a 45. It was a cap gun too. Remember caps, kids? And but you could attach like a sniper rifle and a stock and a silencer on it. So it was
That's cool.
it suddenly turned into a really lethal weapon after that. And it came with an Uncle membership card. So you were part of Section 1, Number 1, which the head of it was Napoleon Solo, who signed it. I still have that. My parents gave away the gun a couple of years later because they probably saw how I was developing. But they
we got to get all the weapons out of
get the sharp stuff and the bang stuff away from our kid. What can come of it. But I still have the card.
Oh, cool.
And I signed it too. I signed it when I was like 10 years old or something. I still have that card and I have it laminated.
There you go.
So nothing will happen to it. So that was the best thing I think I ever got at Christmas.
Wow, that's cool.
Love it.
Yeah, when you said that you paused after you said it came with an uncle, and I thought you meant just like it came with an uncle, and I was like,
legit
that's a weird present, man.
That were meant for law enforcement. Yeah.
Here's Larry.
Hi, kids. Where's the couch?
Oh, that's so
Merry
terrifying.
Christmas.
Oh man! All right, Andrew, what you got?
Probably was a huge fan, even though a lot of people crapped on it. Joel Schumacher's version of the Phantom of the Opera. When I saw that, I fell in love with the show. I'd sang several of the songs in choir, so I loved it. And for the first time, it hadn't been here in 20 years. And I think I was 19, 20. And I tried to buy tickets and they were sold out. Like it sold out quick. So I was like really bummed out. And I just kind of honestly, I'd forgotten about it. The tickets had went on sale in June. And if Christmas rolled around and my mom did one of those prank things. It was a box the size of the desk that I'm at, like huge.
Yeah.
And I was like, what in the crap did mom give me? So I opened it up. There's another box inside. I'm like, son of a bitch. Okay. They're filming. I'm like, I know where this is going. So I'd open it up and come down to this envelope. And there was a letter with it. And it said, a night out for mom and son. And I was like, okay.
Nice.
So open it up and the tickets were there.
Aww.
And I didn't know anything about it, and I'd cried. It was like, don't tell the wife this, but it's the only gift that ever made me cry.
That is so sweet. No, I mean, honestly, I think that's really sweet.
It was dope, and the show was amazing. It was awesome.
Awesome.
I love the different personalities. Stephanie's like, that's so sweet. And she's like, that's dope.
No.
Yeah.
I'm still partially cold and heartless, and I'm just emotionless right now.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's stoic.
Where's GG? Get GG. Get GG and bring it to Chad. Somebody.
Yes. Oh my!
Watch him illuminate.
I think that Gigi should make an appearance on the show, just so I can see her.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have GG nearby?
I'll make that happen.
Yes.
Yes.
A Christmas miracle.
That's what I was gonna say. We need.
You guys share. I'll be right back.
All right,
All
Jeremy.
right.
Get the music at the ready, Jeremy. So when the cat comes in, you can be like, hallelujah.
Okay.
Love it.
I got it.
Like, I got this.
I got it.
Let me get on the internet.
Yep.
I don't know if I can do it in time.
All right, Stephanie. What's your gift?
Oh, well, I'm gonna go with my worst gift because it's still the one that I was young.
People?
I was like 11 or 12, and
Oh, there she is. Oh, she does not like us.
No, she does not.
She's
like, what is happening?
Look at that kitty.
Oh, she's so pretty.
I know. She's awesome.
I'm not sold on it.
Oh, well, you know, I'm
You
sold.
monster.
That's all you get.
It's terrible.
I'm a dog person.
Mm. I'm a dog person too, but I'm also a cat person and like all other animals kind of a
Right.
person. You know,
Exactly. I'm an animal person because all
Mhm.
animals are great,
No, they're
they
not.
are.
except for termites. Those can go to hell.
Well, they're not animals.
That's true. They're bugs. Bugs.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, indeed.
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
Stephanie, go
So
for it.
anyway, you know, I was like 11 or 12, and I was at my grandparents' house with my mom and my sister and my cousins, and my grandfather brings out this box, and you know, he hands it to me, and it's really heavy. I was like, oh my god, like, what the hell could this be? I thought I was getting like a new video game system or like something really sweet. It was legit a box of Idaho potatoes.
I thought you said worst gift. That sounds great.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm sold.
I
Okay.
love potatoes.
You know, I do too. And that they gave that to me because
Oh,
I love
Oh.
potatoes so much. Because I thought, like, well, okay, I wasn't pissed, but I was upset because I thought like I was getting an actual Christmas present. I'm like, potatoes cost like 5 cents. I have 5 cents. I could get myself my own potatoes. What the hell? You know? And then they all laughed at me. They
Yeah.
all laughed at me, and I just started crying.
Oh no!
It was very traumatic.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
man, I'm surprised you even like Christmas anymore.
I mean, it's all right.
oh,
Oh,
Well,
I
It's
do
affected her so badly.
she is forever frozen.
yeah, the internets are bad.
And here we are mocking her with our laughter in turn, so now she hates us. So
Indeed, that's fair.
My favorite Christmas present so far. My wife got me. Brian, you know the story. I think maybe other people do. My wife got me time at a virtual reality place here locally.
nice.
For me and 4 of my friends, and or 3 of my friends. There were 4 of us, and so we go there. They get us, you know, set up. I had never played VR before, but everybody's in their own individual rooms, and they go through the thing, show you how everything works, and you know, put the goggles on you, and we're playing like a zombie game, right? So the 4 of us are facing 4 different directions around this like tent, and so we all have our like backs to each other, right? And we're trying to kill these waves of zombies and things like that, and different guns and you know, grenades and, you know, things like that are they kind of like randomly materialize, and you have to go over, and it's kind of awkward, kind of like how the Wii was when you're doing like, you know, bowling or tennis or things like that. There's a certain process for like picking it up, and then there was a process for pulling the pin, and then it was kind of like in bowling where you had to like hold the button and then throw it and then let go at the right time. And so we were having fun. I think we ended up buying like an like extra time because we were just having a blast. And towards the end, I think like, you know, your body starts to like really feel like this is real. You know, that's the whole allure of it is, you know, it feels real. And so toward the end, I went to grab a grenade and pulled the pin and was doing the process, but I like let go like right here before my, you know, my arm was going forward, and the grenade dropped down at my feet. And you know, it is just a game, but I was in it. That grenade is really at my feet, and I scream grenade and take off running. The thing is with VR, like you don't actually run any place. You have to like point and click and it'll take you to this place. And so there was very little movement. You don't run. You know, you're just like looking around and doing these actions. I took off running, ran goggle first into a wall. And everybody is laughing. Of course, the owner of the establishment watched the whole thing and was laughing. He's like, I've never seen anything like that before. I'm Jeremy. Yeah. So I laugh at it. I'm not like embarrassed by it. It was dumb, but yeah, we had so much fun doing that, and you really feel like you're there. Yeah.
Hey, I've never tried one of those. I've always wanted to know, can you wear glasses with those things on?
The ones that they had, I'm pretty sure you can. They were pretty like big. They kind of sit wide just so that it can like take over your whole field of view.
Yeah.
You know, so the screen has to be pretty big. Yeah. They did this one thing where you like when you first started, just to kind of like throw you in the deep end, essentially. You have this this platform. It's literally like 2 2x4s stacked on top of each other, just laying on the ground. And they have you step, and then the screen comes up. You are on a skyscraper.
Oh.
There is a plank out in front of you.
Nope.
And you have your first foot on the plank. I'm telling you, they say it like it's like 95%. Nobody can take their second foot off of the ground.
Yeah.
They think that they're gonna die.
Nope.
Like it's so insane. I mean, it's sitting on the ground. I know. I just saw it. It's 2 2x4s sitting on the ground, but I could not pull my second foot up to take the next step. It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Well, because perception is reality, and a lot of what we perceive is through what we see. So if you're seeing that, you're like, oh my God, this is real. I'm going to walk off and die. Terrible.
Yeah. No, I don't really want to pee myself in front of people, so I don't think I'll do that.
Yeah.
You know,
it was fun. You should try it. Everybody should try it.
Everybody should try and see themselves in front of people.
Yeah.
Christian taught me that.
Of course he did.
Oh man. So, we got any more comments in the In the meantime, what we got here?
Christian Basil says, "Carbs, the gift that keeps on giving."
Ah, yes, indeed.
Sarah says, "I hope not. Burnt hair smells horrible." Ugh.
Gross.
Yeah.
Context.
Yeah.
Carl,
I
I'm
love
glad you
the
liked
guitar
the
story.
Yeah.
Aww.
You liked it.
Story.
Oh yeah, man.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Rum. Cool.
And oh wow.
Oh, we're just talking about mixing drinks.
I mean, maybe it's like it's a lounge. Like people are just hanging out.
Yeah, I like it. This is cool.
You know,
talk amongst yourselves. You know, I like that.
They don't need us.
We're just
that Marge shot.
Let me give you a topic. The peanut. It's neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss.
Apparently, Christian has absolutely nothing to say.
You know what? I'm glad that he showed up.
You rendered him speechless. Good job.
It just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, good grief. All right. Well, Chad, have you told us? Have you graced us with your best Christmas gift?
I have not.
Worst?
I have not.
Worst?
I don't have a worst, so I'm gonna do 2 of my best. How about that?
Okay.
So, the first one, and this is one of those questions where you get off the show and you think a half an hour later you're like, oh, I forgot about that other one. So I might have a different one, but the 2 I could think of, one was my grandfather on my dad's side was worked for the Apollo missions, and he was one of the engineers. And one little known fact about me and my family is that his name is engraved on the moon, which is awesome because he was part of that whole program, and they put a plaque on the moon and his name is on it. And one year he gave me a model space shuttle and the patches for all the Apollo missions, like the actual patch that they would put on their spacesuit, which I have no idea what I did with them, But man,
no.
yeah, it was. I was probably too young for that kind of gift because it just had so much value, and I just didn't
Right.
understand. But
You
that
lost
was,
a piece of history.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Way to
And
go, Chad.
my mom might have them somewhere, like stuffed somewhere. I have no idea. So, and then my other one is I'm gonna cheat here because it's a tie, so I'm actually gonna give 3. My other one was they gave me tickets to a Chicago Bulls game in Philadelphia when I was in love with Michael Jordan, and
Okay.
we went and saw the game, and it was so funny because our seats were like nosebleed seats, like behind a pole. Like, the whole time you're like leaning, and you're like, man, I wish I'd have brought binoculars. But I swear, in my imagination, I forget how old I was, like 12 years old or something like that, Michael Jordan looked up in our section. I swear to this day, he looked at us because there was a spotlight on our seat, and that's my one claim to fame there. But my third one is my mom got me one Christmas one of those jackets that you can draw on.
Yeah.
So I did it, and I drew all my comic book characters from back in middle school and high school. I love that jacket. I still have that jacket, and yeah, that was.
Awesome.
Do you bust it out sometimes and wear it around the house?
I don't fit into that anymore. No. So
Just walk around like Chris Farley.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just took away from that you lost a piece of space history, but hung on to the jacket you drew on. Great.
I was
Great.
only wondering if anyone was
Great.
going to catch that. But as soon as I said it, I realized. I was like, wow, you are a sociopath.
Children are the worst.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm gonna go, and then we are gonna have the flashcard round. What do you want to do, Jeremy?
What?
Two flashcards, or what? What do you got?
We do have some announcements to make.
All right. Yes.
You know what? Like, so do you want to do that now, or do you want to?
We'll do it. We'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sweet.
So I my favorite Christmas gift, the best that I'd ever received, is, let's see, what was it? 2012. The day before Christmas Eve, I had been up for about 30 hours because I worked a day shift and then a night shift at the hospital. And then I went to church the next morning and hung out with my then girlfriend. And we went to a park, and on a rock next to the creek where we first held hands, I proposed, and she said yes. And that was the best Christmas gift that I have ever received. And I know it's super duper cheesy, but
Yeah,
is
and that's why
Robin,
we're giving you the golf clap.
indeed, yes.
Yeah.
is Robin jealous of your then girlfriend?
Oh yes, and everyone, Chad said yes on the rock, and it was great.
Oh my
The
god!
end of the story was she said no.
Yeah, the end of the story was she said no. No, that is my now wife, Robin, and and yes, she is the gift that keeps on giving, and it is wonderful. So
Aw.
but yeah, I actually don't have a worse Christmas present because
That one simultaneously,
Yeah.
depending on the day. Yeah.
Worse probably for her.
Depending on
Wow.
the
That was-
day.
I'm gonna tell you that.
Wow.
Oh man! All right, so Jeremy, the Dingo holiday flashcard round.
Yep.
What do we got?
All right, first one. If you had to delete all but 3 apps from your smartphone, which ones would you keep?
Oh crap!
Do we just say it when we want to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
jump in there.
I would keep Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
He was ready.
I know.
Those are the 3 I use. Those are the ones I use for all my stuff, to post all my stuff. I've tried other ones, and they just don't catch like those 3. So.
Right.
True.
Facebook, Instagram, and the Chase Bank app. I have to know how much money I have.
Right.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with Facebook, Instagram, and I got Amazon because I use that all the time.
Oh,
I need that
yeah.
app though. I
Yeah.
need that app though.
Amazon is on my wife's phone. So
Oh, see, there you
Oh,
go.
there you
You
go.
have to skate out of that one.
yeah, see?
I had to own it.
I'm gonna stay with. I'm not gonna be original at all here. With the first two, Facebook, Instagram, and Pandora, because I have
Ooh.
cultivated multiple music lists
I changed
I-
mine.
that have.
He's I don't care if
Spotify,
I
how
know
can I
how much
live
money I
without
have.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, those are my three.
Nice.
Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Because I like seeing what I look like on Beyonce's body.
Oh yeah.
I want to see that.
Fantastic.
Can we see that?
Unfortunately, I do post it. I get a lot of
Yeah.
complaints about it too. It's like, Brian,
Yeah.
seek professional help.
It is both. It is both enjoyable and terrifying. I will
Yes.
say that it is wonderful.
I am just hot. That's all there is to it.
Oh.
Yep.
Actually, Andrew, if you go to Brian's Instagram, they're all there in all
Yeah.
their glory.
Well,
Yeah,
No despair for humanity.
I'm gonna have some nog, and then I'm gonna watch that. Yeah.
there you go.
Drink that nog.
All right, Jeremy, what's yours?
YouTube, Facebook,
Mhm.
and I use a mail app called Airmail. It's like a third-party app, and it works on my Mac, on my iPad, on my iPhone. Like it works on all the things that I have.
Yeah.
Really customizable things like that. So I've got like 8 email addresses that I'm like constantly monitoring. So without that, it would just be an absolute nightmare.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'm one of those people that don't delete emails. They don't like zero out their inbox. My wife is the exact opposite. Every single chance she gets, she's like filing things and getting it down to 0. I have over 24,000 unread emails.
So
Jesus.
he's
Right.
essentially like an online hoarder is what I'm
Yeah.
getting from
It's
this.
just a stream of consciousness, and I'll get on at the end of the day and just scroll down to where it says like yesterday and go
Oh.
up from there. And if I need it, if I need to respond to it, I respond to it, and if I don't, then I just move past.
Yeah.
So you're taking social
Out of sight,
distancing
out of
to the
mind.
next level.
Yeah.
He's even distancing from his own emails.
Indeed,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
I know I'm a psycho.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad, Jeremy. I actually do the same thing. I don't have as many unread emails, but it's up there because look, Google is an endless cloud, and it's
Yeah.
not on my computer, and I don't care. So in that way, if you like need to go back and because I support a lot of Kickstarters, right? So like if I feel like I missed something, I'll just typity type,
Yeah.
and there it was 3 years ago, and I missed it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's like Google.
Create
but
a folder.
just for me.
Google had already created a folder. It's my email.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Oh man! All right.
All
Well,
right, did everybody go?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got one more.
Yeah.
All right.
Which talent would you most like to have?
Hmm.
Mm.
Singing.
I'm glad that Christian is not on live with us. If you guys watched his show with us, we did the questions and I had to go through like 5 of them because like I pull one up and I'm like I can't. No, he's gonna go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He saves me the trouble.
Yeah. I would agree with you, Brian. I think I would choose singing because I can carry a tune, but I don't sing very well, and I would love to. Yeah.
My second choice would be like being able to play an instrument like a virtuoso, like a guitar or a keyboard.
Yeah.
Musical.
I wish I could play the piano. Very much so. I can sing, so I wish I could play the piano and do it all myself, but I can't.
It's not that hard, I promise. I play a little piano and sing, and it's difficult doing both at once, but you can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but if you have to practice, then I'm screwed.
Right? Yeah.
Well, but I mean, with anything that you want to be good at, you have to practice,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
I mean,
And I'm looking at the responses that Christian Basil's putting up right now that we cannot read on this show.
mhm.
Practicing on something else.
Yeah.
That might be why he's good at it. Okay, I take it to heart, Stephanie.
I would like to be able to draw, to be honest. I can see all this stuff in my mind's eye and I can write all these things, but I can't actually put any of that like into art. And I love art. I find it fascinating and beautiful and like very comforting. So I wish I could do that.
If you were to do it, would you rather do like pencil on paper, or would you do like digital illustration?
Hey, if I could magically
saying, like,
do
if you-
it, either
Yeah.
one. Ideally, though, it would be pencil and paper. You know, just because it's how the old masters did it, and it'd be nice to, do that. But I can't. So yay.
Right.
Chad, are you mad that she stole your wish?
No. I see where you went with that. That's good. That's good. I was actually going to say, at the risk of sounding really arrogant, I was going to say I have the talent that I want. Like, I love that I can draw. Like, I love that. And so there's not really anything else I'd rather do. I mean, I think I'm with Brian. I think I would love to learn how to sing. My wife's an amazing singer, so I love listening to her. And I think that would be, something that I would love to do. But I'm very content with being able to draw. I love that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Brian,
maybe play. You know what? Maybe play the guitar. I've never tried to play the guitar, but I can't like when you're talking about piano, I cannot do two hands. Like I've tried to play the piano, but as soon as I'm concentrating on one hand, I just cannot figure out how to do the other hand. So I feel like guitar would kind of be like that. So I think that would be maybe another one. So
you can be a decent. You do use both hands. You can be a decent guitar player, without being very good at music, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's where I am. I have like shapes that I memorize, like G chord looks like this and C chord looks like that.
Right.
And as I'm like reading the music, I've got those patterns, and I don't have to know, well, G is these three notes in this triad, or the C chord is C, E, and G. I don't need to know that. I just know what the shape looks like.
Yeah.
With piano, it's a lot harder, because you're not only chording, but you're doing like melody runs at the same time, and this hand is doing something completely unrelated, sometimes even on like a different rhythm. So if you wanted to be a musician, I would say start with guitar.
No, actually, if I'm going to start with anything, and I may do this at some point, I love electronic music, and I would love to learn how to mix music, like with two turntables and a mixer, and like figure out how to do all that. I know that sounds so crazy from a 44-year-old white guy in the suburbs. I am absolutely fascinated by that. I watch electronic music videos and like try to figure out what they're doing. And there's one I recently saw by a girl named Alice in Wonderland. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but she actually has like instructional videos on how they do it. And it's just fascinating to me. I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyways, before I learn the guitar, I'm going to do electronic music. That's
I already got your DJ name, DJ Nessinator.
Yeah.
There you go. You're
right.
welcome.
Well,
See?
Yep. What's Christian got to say about that name? Go ahead and hit the chat. I want to see that.
Don't
See that,
be poking
Christian.
the tiger. Don't be
Don't
poking
let us
the
down.
tiger, man.
Nothing yet.
Actually, I would definitely use it as a marketing tool, and I would call myself DJ Silence.
Oh, look at you with the
Ooh.
clever marketing
You
skills.
could just have it all spinning and
Yep.
like you're listening to something, but there's like no.
You know what?
sound.
Actually, as we're talking about this, I'm
Like you're
absolutely
just having your own
100%
party
serious
in
about
your
this.
head.
You know what would be an amazing idea is to do a Kickstarter and release a comic book with electronic soundtrack that you listen to while you're reading it that I mixed. I'm totally doing that.
Yeah.
They
There
do
you
that.
go.
I know they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people have done it, but
Yeah. The
I
comic The
haven't done
Realm.
it the way I would do it. Let's just put it
Right.
Chad's like, but I would perfect it.
It would be
Right.
best.
Right.
Best.
And what you do is you get some dogs, as DJ Silence, nobody hears what you're playing, but you train the dogs to like put their hands over their heads.
Right.
Oh man! All right. Well, one last round for everybody. Before we make our special announcements, we're gonna go through and everybody tell the wonderful viewers at home where we can find you and your work. Chad, you start us off.
Sure. I am the creator of The Silence. It's a sci-fi comic book series. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can also find me on thesilencecomics.com. But social media is the main way that you can get with me. So just remember
Chad.
Chad.
Oh,
Just
all
type
right.
that into Facebook.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
It'll
right
come
to
right
me.
up.
Yeah.
All right, Stephanie.
Find me on Facebook, Stephanie Menard, or go to my website, stephaniemenard.com.
Very
That's
nice.
Yeah.
Andrew Morris.
You can find all of my podcast material at What the Niche on Facebook. You can find it at What the Niche Podcast at Instagram, What the Niche Podcast on Twitter, and be on the lookout for What the Skit coming right before Christmas.
All right. And last but not least, BKM. Take us away.
All right, risingtide.pub, and also Amazon. Also, you looking for Christmas gifts, this is a book I recommend. It's laugh out loud funny, but I'm only going by what other people tell me. Also, I'm on YouTube. I'm on all kinds of social platforms. Plus, we do a couple of talk shows. Check us out on YouTube because we've got 400 people that like what I'm doing. God bless them, and we want more. Thank you very much on behalf of both of us.
Oh, that's excellent.
Perfect.
He's
All
done
right.
this before.
So really quick, Jeremy, we have some announcements, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right. You want to tell our wonderful people what the first really the main thing is, our new edition.
Is this a gender reveal podcast? Sorry.
Not exactly. Not exactly. So Brian and I have kind of been the two people that started Dastardly Dingoes, and we lost one of our guys, and it was just us two. But we're bringing a new guy in to. He's got some great content, and I am super excited about making the family bigger. It is Chad Nuss.
Indeed.
Dun,
Chad
dun, dun,
Nuss, starting next
Chad
season,
Nuss.
will be a co-host with us.
That's right. I'm excited.
Indeed. And actually, he also brings a little bit more to the table than just being in the rotation of hosting the Dastardly Dingo podcast.
right.
Jeremy, are you ready to show the
Yeah,
folks?
I'm ready.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
the first... Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go. I can just click whichever video you say.
The first show, Chad already, he reviews indie comics, and he really goes in depth. And Chad, why don't you tell us a little about the show?
Yeah, so my plan is what I've been doing so far is I usually buy about 5 books a week and then just go quickly through what I like and dislike and then rate them from 1 to 5. But what I'm going to turn it into is a once a month show, and it'll be a review of all of the main indie books that came out for that month, and I'll do kind of a quick rating system. The whole point of the show is to introduce new readers to indie comics, both people that don't read comics at all or people that mainly just focus on Marvel and DC. I just want to introduce people, both because there are great stories out there and because we are all indie creators and we want to see people get involved with indie publications. So I'm going to do just a rundown of the indie books for that month, and then I'll pick one in the middle, which will be either a Kickstarter or a featured book where I'll go more in depth. And then the number one book of the month, I'll go more in depth in that as well. So it'll try and be kind of a quick pace show, but there'll be a little segment where I focus on one book and just really help people understand why indie books are so awesome.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. Very cool.
So I've made intros for these two new shows that we're going to be adding. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it's called Indie View. That's what the name of the show is going to be. So.
Wonderful. That is great.
I can dig it.
Absolutely. And the next show that Chad will be doing, because he's just bringing all his stuff over to us, which is going to be great, is a little thing called the Drawing Show, right, Chad?
Yeah, so that'll be on once a month as well. And Brian will be a part of that. I have another friend named Alex that'll be a part of that. And we'll try and invite guests when we can. And it'll just be kind of a conversation while we're live drawing. And so people can get on and ask us what we're doing. We'll give updates on our personal projects and also give other creators a platform to talk about what they're doing, their process, and that kind of thing. So very excited about that and looking forward to promoting others and helping indie creators as well. So.
Yeah. All right.
And I'll be kind of like a producer on that one. Similarly to how Cookie is behind the scenes, helping make the show, run. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeremy will be our lurker.
That's right.
Very cool.
Yes, and both of those intros were created by the bearded wonder himself, Jeremy Woodring. So if you're looking for intros, promo videos, hit him up. He definitely does good stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, everyone, thank you guys for being here. This was great. This was an awesome, fun first holiday special that we've done, and thank you guys for being here. This was great. So thank you everyone for tuning in to the Dastardly Dingoes podcast. Remember to subscribe and share with your friends. Also hit that bell to get notified when we air a new episode. And as always, have fun, be safe, and stay holly jolly, my friends. Happy holidays, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Bye.